Welcome to another edition of Get Woke with Danielle Moody. All right, friends, I have something scary to announce. We are almost 2 weeks, or a little less than 2 weeks away from the last day that we can vote, which is November 5th. Remember, the election is happening right now. As I reported earlier this week on the Danielle Moody Show, 252,000 people voted in Georgia on the first day of early voting. We have seen lines in North Carolina, in Asheville, which, if you all remember, was hit tragically by Hurricane Helene, and people are lining up to vote. I know that people are feeling extraordinarily anxious right now, and I encourage you, I implore all of you to put that anxiousness into action. If you are feeling concerned about where things are, go canvass, text message, donate, but take some type of action rather than sitting on your couch and just marinating in the misery. We have roughly 2 weeks to go until the last day of voting, and there is so much work still to be done because, y'all, take a listen to this video of Donald Trump with his cadre of sycophants on Fox and Friends. Take a listen.
Anything to do with school choice, also.
Okay.
But also, separate from school choice, we're going to take the Department of Education, close it. I'm going to close it. We'll have one person, could be you if you decide to retire.
Okay, Mr. President, here's what bothers
central
me.
casting.
Here's what bothers me about that. So let's say you have a liberal city, let's Los Angeles, San Diego, and they just decide we're going to get rid of that history. We got new history. This is America built off the backs of slaves on stolen land.
Then
And that curriculum comes in.
Then we don't send them money. We would save half of our budget.
Okay.
That is Donald Trump talking about defunding the Department of Education, one of the key components inside of Project 2025. Donald Trump said that any schools that teach about genocide, slavery, the truth about America's founding, they just won't receive funding. Donald Trump wants to create an authoritarian regime where our children are not free to learn. We've already seen this, folks, with the book bannings in red states, with the changing of curriculum. They are trying to dumb down our children, our country, so that all we think about, all we care about is Donald Trump. I cannot explain to you the type of misery we will all be in for if Donald Trump becomes the 47th president of the United States. One, I've said this before, that I do not believe that he will be in office long. I think that the goal is to have him bring his folks across the finish line, and then they'll get rid of him and roll in J.D. Vance, who espouses the exact same beliefs of the folks at the Heritage Foundation and all of Project 2025, because, he wrote the foreword for it. But when you listen to Donald Trump, in his own words, say that his plan is to defund public education in this country, folks, everyone should be alarmed, whether you have children or not. How we educate our children is how we educate our future workforce. Republicans are not interested in Americans' children being globally competitive. They're interested in them being cogs in a machine. We see how well that works for other countries. It doesn't. And so it is really incredibly important for us to understand exactly what is at stake in this election. Not only that, but Donald Trump clearly does not have the stamina for the job. We have watched as he has now canceled event after event after event. His team has put out, oh, he's exhausted. Yeah, well, he's the oldest person running for president of the United States up against somebody that is, what, 2 decades younger? So, yeah, Donald Trump, he doesn't feel well right now. So he can't really, actually, folks, get the job done. But more importantly, if you recognize that his rhetoric has gotten more and more threatening, more and more authoritarian as we get closer to this election. Have you listened to him when he talked about where the real enemy is? Oh, in Donald Trump's mind, the real enemy is not Russia. I mean, we know that Vladimir Putin is his friend. The real enemy is not China. We know that he thinks that Xi Jinping did a wonderful job during COVID. The real enemy is within. Listen to Donald Trump in his own words.
We have two enemies. We have the outside enemy, and then we have the enemy from within. And the enemy from within, in my opinion, is more dangerous than China, Russia, and all these countries, because if you have a smart president, he can handle them pretty easily. I got along great with all, I handled them. But the thing that's tougher to handle are these lunatics that we have inside, like Adam Shifty Schiff. Think of this guy's going to be a senator. He's running against a guy that doesn't understand politics at all, Garvey, but he was a good baseball player. But he doesn't understand politics at all. Adam Shifty Schiff, who's a total sleazebag, is going to become a senator. But I call him the enemy from within.
Yeah. He wants to weaponize the military against the American people. That is absolutely the opposite of what a democracy does. You see, we don't charge our military to attack American citizens who are exercising their right to assemble and their right to protest and their freedom of speech. But if you think that Donald Trump won't have the power to suspend the Constitution, to designate anyone who speaks against him as the enemy of the state, and then weaponize the Department of Justice, which will be filled no longer with civil servants, but would be filled with all of his yes men. You know, in 2 weeks, we will know what the American people have decided, whether or not they're going to elect a 34-count felon to be president of the United States again, who is clearly telling us and showing us who he is. It's wild, you know, and I know that the most important thing here is that people just take action and we control what it is that we can control. But even most recently, his former Joint Chief of Staff, right, Mark Milley, and now others have come out and said that Donald Trump is the most dangerous person in America. He is the threat to our democracy. We have an opportunity to do away with him. We have an opportunity to turn the page on Donald Trump in 2 weeks. That's what I want us to focus on. The mission at hand. We can get this done. So as I close out today, dear friends, I am coming to you with my woke woman of the week. And I am giving it to Vice President Kamala Harris. And why is that? Oh, just watch. The way that she shut down hecklers, take a look.
Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally. No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
The way that she took on Fox News this week, this woman is about her business, and she's about the American people's business. I want her as our next president. I believe that America is ready for the Harris era. And so, for that reason, Vice President, Madam President, and soon to be Madam President, you are my woke woman of the week. All right, dear friends, if you are loving these videos, I need you to like and subscribe to them, share them with your friends. The algorithm loves this so very much. We are also super close to 5,000 subscribers, which is an incredible tipping point here. So please like, subscribe, and share. As always, dear friends, power to the people and to all the people power. Get woke, stay sane, and in these wildly dangerous times, stay safe. See you next time.